I'm Sophia from Cinemoves. Hi, Jamie. Hi, Andy.
Hi.
Hi, we love the name of your show, Cinemoves.
Oh, thank you so much. So first off, Jamie, I would like to ask you about Laurie. How did Laurie evolve throughout the franchise? How is Laurie different in Halloween Kills?
Well, as you know, the 2018 movie and the 2021 movie pick up literally within seconds of each other. So the development of Laurie Strode over the course of these two movies particularly is very clear. You know, she started out estranged from her family, solely responsible for her mono focus that Michael Myers is going to come back, regardless of how much her family is trying to intervene, saying, you're crazy, you're in trouble. The new movie renders her really impotent because she's been grievously wounded. I mean, obviously, you've seen the 2018 movie. If you have, Laurie has sustained a really serious injury. So Laurie is in a different place, and it really allows her daughter and granddaughter to take over her role. They have now woken up to the fact that Michael Myers is in fact real and a threat. And so both of them step up in a very different, in a way very much like Laurie.
And talking about you, Andy, well, you survived the previous film. So I personally consider you now a final girl. So what do you think is the future of the final girl? How is it explored in this new movie?
I think that it's very grounded in present day. And David and Danny have just allowed for kind of a young, strong woman. And I think that that's what's so interesting is it's just kind of your modern final girl. And I know people have very mixed feelings about that terminology, but I do believe that Allison is not paving the way for somebody new, because I think that it's women are now becoming more and more dynamic in storytelling. They've always been dynamic, but you're starting to allow that kind of in storytelling through even like male writers, which has been really special to be a part of.
And can you give the audience any tips to confront our own personal boogeyman, since you're both experts? Maybe not quite literally, but figuratively.
You know, it's a type of battle. And we are the lucky recipients of a lot of people in the world fighting on our behalfs. You know, in America, we have the greatest generation, the Second World War, the heroes of the Second World War, First World War. In every country, you have the same example. And I just think warriors, people who are brave, who step into it, who lean into a conflict, that there's a special place in heaven for, or in whatever you believe in, for those brave people. Bravery is a really crucial aspect to it, in my opinion.
Thank you so much for taking the time to talk with Cinemoves, and we're really excited to see your new movie. Thank you.
Yes, happy Halloween, everyone.
I'm Sophia from Cinemoves.
Hi, Sophia.
Hi, David. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk with Cinemoves about your new movie, Halloween Kills. Well, first off, on behalf of the Die Hard franchise fans, I would like to ask you, can we expect references from the previous movies?
So there are a number of references for the Die Hard Halloween fans and Halloween Kills. But I tried to not make it so clever and cute that it was distracting for people that might or might not pick up on some of those Easter eggs.
Okay. And talking about Michael Myers, what motivated you to have a more violent and unleashed Michael Myers in this new movie?
Well, with a title like Halloween Kills, I had a lot to live up to. And I feel like in our previous Halloween chapter, we established the kind of credibility and reunion of Michael and Laurie. And in Halloween Ends, our upcoming chapter, will resolve that very dramatically and magically, I'm sure. But in the middle, I just kind of wanted to be a big disruptor and create chaos and turn Haddonfield upside down.
And talking about the whole Halloween franchise, why do you think that it is still relevant after all these years?
What is relevant about the Halloween franchise, I think, is the simplicity. It is that Michael Myers represents evil and Laurie Strode is good, and and everyone that they come in contact with in between is a blurry line between good and evil. So to me, it's a great mythological study.
And do you think the link between Michael Myers and Laurie can be broken?
I think it's like yin and yang. I think you need them both to tell the story of the other.
How does this new movie explore Michael Myers' character compared to the other movies? Will the audience be able to look or catch glimpses of his inner world?
Ideally, there is no psychology or study of inner world or motivation or drive that Michael has, because I think the more ambiguous and mysterious and uncertain we are of him, the more frightening he becomes. So this movie is more or less an exhibition of his activities one evening.
Okay. And regarding the slasher genre and horror in general, how do you think the preferences and expectations of the fans have changed?
They've evolved a lot over the last 40 years. I think Halloween, John Carpenter's 1978 Halloween, although not the first slasher movie, was certainly one that brought that massive success into the culture and cemented it there. There's great references, movies before it, like Black Christmas, that I really enjoy as well, that you can see the influence. But I think the pacing has changed. The audience's appetite for subtlety has changed somewhat, but the mythology of the characters in the story has remained classic, and the need for suspense and the release of screams and obstacles and victories along the way will never end.
Thank you so much for your time. I'm really excited to see the audience reaction for your new movie, and good luck. Thank you.
Thank you.